Initiate drop sequence. On my mark. 10, 9.
Now transfer.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh man, that was a great intro. I love that movie. Such a great movie. But the reason why I went with that, you'll find out as we go along, because we're going to be talking about world building today. So how's it going, pirates? Welcome to today's show. But before we get started, let me bring on my co-host with the most, Mr. Radtoyz Galaxy. What's up, man?
Oh,
what's up, Rad Screen? I was about to say, what's up, Rad Screen?
I forgot to turn it back on from before.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, everything's rocking and rolling. We're getting toward the end of the week. We're finally over the middle anyway.
Yeah, and we're getting closer to Joe Fest, man.
Yeah, man, that's, what is it, 3.5, 4 weeks away
about 3 weeks, yeah. I'm excited for that, man.
Yeah, so that'll be crazy. We all the way down there, and then we get to stop and hang out with a few more people on the way back.
Like my first time traveling in such a long time, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, no, man, it's a good time for sure.
But as people start trickling in, who we got here?
All right, I'm gonna scroll back to that. So we have Ian Sweeney, One Horse Station, is in the chat.
Oh wow, welcome! I didn't think you were gonna show up at this time, but thank you.
Mr. Adrian Forbes, Devastation Station. We've got Joel, awesome. Starboy Stations in the chat.
What's up?
Task Force Figures, he's listening on the drive home. Well,
I hope you have a good drive.
And who else we got here? We got Chris Sizemore is also in the chat.
What's up, Christopher?
And Fat Red Foo. No, I think it was just this week time, right? What? All right.
So what, you can see old ones?
Yeah. We've got... What is it doing that? CB671 finally made it. Well, we appreciate you.
What's up? Thank you for showing up, man. We appreciate you.
But yeah, as they trickle in here, we will, I'll let you get the show started.
We'll come back around to y'all. So yeah, as you can see, the ticker's now live on the screen. So that means if you type in hashtag Amazon30, you may have a chance at winning an Amazon gift card for $30 in your currency. So let's hope, Ian, you don't win. Because that's going to be kind of pricey, man. But either way, yeah, good luck to all of you guys. So definitely put that into the chats. We're not going to be doing that until towards the end of the show. So you got to stick around if you want to have a chance at winning. But with that said, actually, let me just do a little quick intro video for that. Yeah. I love that, man.
It looks like a rocking concert. Everybody's wearing
the music's good. Polos.
Exactly. It's probably like Maroon 5 or something like that.
Probably. But yeah, I just threw that together just before the show, so Came out pretty good. I'm gonna use that as our segment whenever we have giveaways. So we're gonna be going back to the regular top of the 10, like the 10 episode thing. So instead of 51, it's gonna be at can't even count 50. So the next giveaway will be at episode 50, and we're gonna stick to the every 10 episodes after that. So that's how we do. But let's dive into some of our stuff, like what we're working on.
No, bigger. Smaller. No, it's the one with a hole on the end that curves this way. I think I saw it once before over there in that pile near the circulators. There you go. I always knew you were the smart one.
That smart one again. So, yep, here we are, people. The smart ones are here, and we got some stuff that we're working on for y'all. So, most of the stuff that I'm going to be showcasing today is stuff that I've already posted on my Instagram. I normally don't like doing that, posting stuff on Instagram before the show, but I didn't really work on too much this week because most of my focus has been on finishing off the book and editing it and all that stuff. So, because I really want that out by the end of the year. So, that's the goal.
Oh, well, we got Border Station X has joined us in the chat, and also
what's up? Wolfman's here.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, guys. You guys, good luck. Make sure you put that Amazon 30 in the chat so you guys have a chance at winning that $30 currency of your own currency. $30. Hopefully it's not $30.
It's all... is it all lowercase, the Amazon?
Yeah, so just type Amazon all in one. It's all in one word, all in lowercase. And don't forget the hashtag.
All right, so CB671, you might have to throw that in there again to be eligible.
Yeah, I don't know how sensitive the whole thing is with the capitals and all that.
Oh, it's got to match exactly on the stream giveaway.
So yeah, so keep an eye on the ticker as well. The ticker will tell you what to put in there as well. So it's Amazon 30. So hashtag Amazon 30 all in lowercase. I believe that's what I put on the screen. Is that what?
Watch the banner. Stare at the banner.
Yeah, that's what I put.
So, yeah, no, you're good. You're good, man.
So we're good. I was
prepared
today.
Here. You got a professional outfit going on here.
I know, right? So we got stuff starting on time. We got banners that make sense, and we got stuff that we're working on.
CB fixed it, so he's in. You're in, man.
Good luck. Woo. You have plenty of time. You can enter as much as you want, but it's only one time that it's gonna count. So you're not gonna get more than one gift card. So here we go. Here's the stuff that I'm working on. So some of the stuff you guys would have seen. So this is my FL. I think it's FL22. I think the name is. I forget the name. I also make up names, but I forget them when it comes to the show. I get these brain farts and I forget everything. So yeah, this is my forklift droid. So it's used in the hangars and the docking bays and stuff like that to carry the cargo around, to carry parts around. I was gonna show you guys with my cam, but we were having some technical difficulties. But right now he's holding the two pods for the Star Trek shuttlecraft because they're rebuilding that for making it an ambulance. So he's actually holding the parts for that. But yeah, he turned out pretty good. Still,
I recognize that one box on the back there. That's pretty nice.
The box at the back, but then there's also the greeblies on the side. Those are 3D prints from you.
Oh yeah, shit. That's crazy. Those are supposed to be like control panels, like
yes, but systems. I made them into panels for the droid, and it worked out pretty good. And then I added some tubes and stuff like that, and then I added like some other greeblies. So yeah, that little greebly on the side with the one tubes connected, the gold tube. That's you sent me that 3D print as well. So yeah, I'm starting to use your prints again.
Yeah, man. No, that's really cool, man.
It looks like this should be what?
Oh no, it looks like he should be a transformer.
I know, it looks like he would be a transformer.
He should turn into a big. There you go. There's a project for you. A transforming RTV.
Yeah, no, not gonna happen. That's not. That'd be cool. Make it into a speed.
Buy a forklift transformer. Just cut his head off and throw an RT head on it.
True, but then how would I transform it? Because usually the head folds into the body. I wouldn't be able to do that with. I guess I could just plop it on top like this one, and do
Well, the
that.
head would stick out anyway in vehicle form if you could work
Yeah,
at
that's true. Yeah,
that it's like just sits on top, kind of like the old
Is
Optimus
there a
Prime. Right? That
forklift?
was it.
Is there a forklift transformer? I don't think so.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got a couple.
Really? Oh, okay. We'll
Yeah,
talk
there's
later then.
one's like Transformers Energon, and the other one is like I don't fucking know what it was.
So if that's the case, I'll make another one of these droids. It'll be
There you go.
it'll be one of those ones that can do different types of tasks because this can only do certain tasks, right? The other one wouldn't be able. This wouldn't be able to go up and down stairs. So if the other one can
Robot
transform,
inside.
it'd be able to go up and down stairs to do transport.
Yeah,
shit.
that's quite
That's
a
a good
freaking
idea.
mess he made on the floor already.
That's my desk, man. I spilled I spilled crazy glue. Spilled crazy glue on my desk, and I couldn't get it off,
Okay.
so I had to scrape it off. Because it was
Oh,
weird. I was
shit.
passing my hand on it. I kept feeling the bump of the crazy glue, and it's just annoying. Not that this feels any better, but it definitely looked better than when the crazy glue was there. Trust me, the crazy glue that you saw like fingerprints and handprints and all kinds of shit. So yeah.
I'm sure, like the
Thank
yellow
you,
that
man.
you used. Is that
Yeah, I
any kind of
used,
special yellow?
I used hold on. I think I can reach it from here.
Good evening, Eric Schultz. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Eric Schultz. Cool. So yeah, I used
Everyone-
this stuff. That's Rust-Oleum.
Oh yeah, that's so. I got a couple cans of that stuff. That's totally the yellow. That's
Yeah,
what I
so
used.
I used this.
I think I used that on those
You
TIE
use it on
fighters, those yellow ones.
that, and you also use it on that mech that I got. You know that like that load lifter, that
Yes.
Chap May one.
Yes.
You use it on that. It's somewhere back there, but yeah. So that's like, oh, I want that yellow, and I kept looking for it, and then I saw it on Amazon. It was cheap. It was like $5. I'm like, okay, let me try that. It turned out perfect. So I use it on this. I use it on another vehicle that I'm working on, that I started working on, that I never got around to finishing like most of my projects.
I love that Rust-Oleum paint, man. It like coats everything and it dries like super fast.
I was about to say it dries quickly, and usually you only need about 1, maybe 2 coats. It's more based on where you spray, if you might have missed a spot, as opposed to it coating it or not.
Yeah, and it coats nice too. Like the nozzle's not like somewhere it's just
Yeah.
like, "Ugh," like blows out. Like if you
Unless
kind of
it's really
tap it
cold.
back, you like kind of tap it back and forth, and it gives it a nice even coat every time. So
Yeah.
you don't get like
It's
and
almost
stuff.
like using an airbrush because it's that smooth. But
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
no. Not
So here's
sponsored
the
by
other-
Rust-Oleum yet.
You know, not yet, but you hear that,
Not yet.
Rust-Oleum? We'll sponsor. You give us a sponsorship. We'll
It's a
hook
whole
you
new
up.
market. A whole new
So
market
yeah,
for them.
I'm also working on this police vehicle, and so yeah, right now the next stage is to add some police lights to it. I still have a few more decals. I still have a
Decals?
few more to put on.
Please. Little
Decals.
pieces on there.
So I have some
Okay,
decals to
please.
put on there. So I still have a couple more police logos that I want to put onto the thrusters on the back there. And then also I have to add the emergency lights. So I had 2 sets. I had one set that was for a 9-volt battery, which obviously wouldn't work. So at first I was thinking, how am I going to fit a 9-volt battery in here plus a figure? So then I figured out that I also purchased a 3-volt battery one, because I had bought it for the
3
mech that. Yeah, so I bought one for the mech behind this vehicle. I wanted to put lights on
Okay.
that, kind of like what Starboy did with his little Dark Trooper. But it didn't. I couldn't open it. I couldn't figure out how to open that stupid mech, that Buzz Lightyear mech or robot. Couldn't figure out how to open it. There's no screws. There's no. I would have
yeah.
to crack it open, right? Hey, what's
I
up,
think
man?
I think I dremeled mine.
Really?
Oh, they're
Yeah, I
having
didn't
fun.
want to. I didn't really want to damage it, right? So I just said, "Fuck
They're
it."
having fun. They're having fun with the decals thing in the chat.
Yeah, Tickles the cows. It's the cows. But so yeah, so this is the other vehicle I'm working on, and then So yeah, I'm gonna add the lights to that. I also have like those police lights, how they have the flashing headlights. I'm gonna have all of that on this vehicle because that's why the three
That's the
volt battery
Skyhawk,
one's
isn't it?
perfect. Yeah, so that's
That's
the
the Jet,
modern Skyhawk. I
the
was
25th.
yeah, I was trying to find the classic one too to buy that. I might still buy a classic one so that I could do another one of these because I thought this came out really good. Like even the weathering on the hood, the black hood part
I
came out pretty
think
good.
you have to start making a list because I think I've got an old one with broken skis somewhere, but at the body of the canopy are there.
Ooh,
So,
we'll
yeah,
talk. I'll actually go
you
through
should.
your stuff before we or when we come back from the States. I'm like, oh, I want that. I'll trade you this for
Yeah,
that.
when we get back from Joe Fest, we'll be so sick of seeing toys. We'll just be like, no,
That's never
get
gonna
away from
happen,
it.
man. That's never gonna happen, man.
Oh, it's
So
not.
this is
I
the
love
pilot. So it's an old Lady J figure that I decided to repaint. And I thought she looked pretty good and everything, but then I got the new Lady J and I thought she looked better. So I went and repainted her. So I'm gonna order another one of those because I think right now I have enough points with LT Cave that I can get another figure for like half the price. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's cool.
I might get another one of those. This so I could keep her in her regular colors. Although I have like so many different Lady J's, I still have another one in that old costume or uniform. I also have the one where she has no hat. You know, like
Actually,
the second season, how she actually looks in the cartoon.
yeah, but
I
that's
have that
actually would
version
make a
too.
good like mechanic crew if you had like a bunch of people with like blue shirts like that. I know it's kind of like the Joy Toy one, but they look almost like a
Yeah, it
police
does
force.
kind of look similar to that. It would be a good base for that, especially the older Lady J because she has the cargo pants, whereas this
Yeah,
newer
yeah.
one's wearing a more tight, form-fitting kind of pants. I don't think there's pockets or stuff on the side.
You could
But
put little wrenches in where the gun holsters are and stuff.
well, this gun holster is just one of those police belts I bought from Vitruvian Armory because
Oh, okay.
they sell a lot of boss fight stuff, and boss fight has cops that have, or they used to have cops from that zombie line that has
Oh, yeah. Okay.
those gun belts. So I just went looking for the gun belts because I was initially looking for badges, but nowhere has badges for sale for 118 scale. So I might have to just make them myself. Maybe start my own market. What's he saying? I missed that.
Oh, I just his favorite version was version 8, the Lady J.
Like I
But no,
need
yeah, the
that one now.
fat red foo was asking, so why the later time today? So
Because
I
we
don't know.
want to, man. It's my friggin' show, and I'm trying to accommodate some of you West Coast people. Because every day, every time we did the 5 o'clock, oh, I keep missing it because I can't make it. So I figured, hey, let's try something else. So something kind of in between. So we went with 7 o'clock, and I guess it's working. And so
There you
here's
go.
my newest guy that I got. I decided to make this really cool picture. I thought it came out really good.
That
So
is
I
really
got
cool. It's almost like the first episode of The Mandalorian.
it is from the first episode of The Mandalorian. So I actually photoshopped out The Mandalorian
Oh, that's good.
and I took a picture with my figure
Yeah,
with
I get it now.
blue lighting and stuff like that, and then I just green screened them and put them on there. And they came out really good.
That's really cool.
So yeah, the story for this guy's coming out soon. Actually, I still have a few more pictures to take of this character, so we'll talk about that when we get into the whole world building segment. And then these things came in the other day. So these are
What the hell?
little light boxes, and I'm gonna be using them as like ad signs in the city. They're up behind me now, but because they're plugged into a really cheap USB like port thing, the light's not that strong, but these are really, really cool. I got to my
How
20
big
bucks
are they?
off. I'll
Can
get one. Hold on, it's right behind me.
you get different like things, or they all like drag them
Yeah,
all
it's all
crazy?
just mainly anime though, but there's different
Okay.
anime stuff you can get.
Do you know if that picture just slides in there, or is that like printed in there? Like, could you take that out
No,
and
it's
use it?
actually 3D. It's like a light box. So
Oh, okay.
a saddle box rather, not a light box. So yeah, this is it here. It can't light up because I unplugged it. But
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that's huge.
So where's if I have a figure? Here's a Star Wars figure beside it. So beside with the Star Wars figure,
Oh wow,
it looks
neat.
massive, but with the 4-inch figure, it's pretty decent size. But these actually come in larger sizes too. I got these off of AliExpress for $20, whereas the larger ones
Really?
they're just slightly larger and they're like $50. I'm like, nope, I'll go with this one. So I'm gonna go back and maybe order a few more because I wanted to see if the quality was good because it was a different style than the original one. At least I think it was. Maybe the person's hands were just really small. Who knows?
Well, you can make them advertising. Like you take that Vegito one and like put like words across the bottom or like or something like.
Well,
put,
what
like,
makes it hard is that it's not just a picture, right? It's actually like a picture cutout. So it's like a cutout of the picture on top of another picture with little grooves and stuff where the light passes through. So it would be kind of hard to put lettering in there.
You could just put it right on the surface. Like if you did it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, if that lights up and you did it in black, like drink milk or like don't.
Oh yeah, like right above the picture. Yeah, I could do that. Definitely do that.
Or underneath, or like it's like you got Vegeta's big face there.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like I said, there's different. There's different ones. There's different. Basically, the more popular anime cartoons like Dragon Ball Z, all those you can find. These type of light boxes. I think there's like 30 of them right now on AliExpress. Sorry for you Americans. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, Adrian approves.
So that means it's good. Thanks, AG.
Yeah, all you need, man. That's all you need.
And then so yeah, here's the. I didn't really do too much work on this right now. Most of what I'm doing with this is just figuring out where wiring is going to be going, what kind of layout I want to do, and stuff like that. So here's your stuff.
That tree is brilliant, dude. I like that tree ring idea. I'm fucking stealing that.
Yeah, so I made it into a bench. So it's a light up bench, and then I just put one of those aquarium trees in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's dope.
It just looks cool.
I want to do that in my Jedi temple now in the courtyard.
Yeah, do it, man. Because that's what I just wanted to be a focal point. Because this is like my promenade. So on this, the top part is going to be like the promenade area. So those are going to be like stores where the 2 drawers are. Those are going to be storefronts. And then on top of that, it's going to be like, like apartments and stuff like that above it.
What's that? Is that like a coffee maker or something in the middle?
No, so that's going to be in our next segment too. So I'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
So I kind of broke up all the stuff that I'm working on. No, fuck you. So you'll know about it when I tell you, damn it. So now you tell us what you're working on, man. So here we go. What's this awesomeness?
Okay, so yeah, I have so many prints. Like this is just a solid block print of 1/18 scale A-wing. So yeah, but I'm finally getting now back to catching up on my backlog of like things that I printed like over a year ago that I haven't even touched.
Wow, so, that's like me and my projects. I'm only now starting to get into some of my older projects. So yeah.
Well, I've got shelves of finished prints. I just need paint, but I'm like
just to finish them off. Like so many of my stuff I started just didn't finish.
But I still have to weather this one and put some clear coat over the cockpit or canopy.
This looks like it would be Deathstroke's ship. The guy from DC who has blue and orange. This would be his ship. I actually have that character.
I think it'll look cool once I get it all weathered up and stuff. But no,
I like it.
It's like a dark navy blue, and like that's supposed to be like copper metallic paint. So, but I'm still gonna touch it up a little bit. But other than that, looks all right.
Yeah, I like it. It came out good. That's a decent size too.
Yeah, well, that's the most. I know you can't put your figures in it, but if you want to build,
that's okay. It's background. Yeah, just have it in the background.
Printing a solid ship like is way easier and more resource friendly than trying to print out a ship with all these parts like
because then you have to put all those you have to put all those like what are those things called? Those things to hold
the supports.
The support.
Yeah, you gotta have supports on like a bunch of stuff. But this you can just like I print them with like facing up, so they just like there you go. There's minimal
it just keeps
support.
Printing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it's the cheapest way to like print a fleet of ships, and then like no hassle trying to assemble. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the only downside is you can't put a figure. Now, for the smaller ships, I don't mind. It's the bigger ones, that having something a really big ship, I want it to be a playset. But even though like you made a point in your videos, like, well, I don't actually play with them, and you're right, because the last time I actually opened up that Millennium Falcon that I got from you, it was like when I got it. That was it. I never went back in. I never went back into it. So it's a good point though. So yeah, I guess a solid ship
some
definitely
people
makes sense. Especially too if you're doing like a lot of like green screen pictures and you want ships in the background, this would be perfect for that. So yeah, good stuff.
So we got Chris. He's a little high, but so that light that pirates use is one of those like round face lights you can get them at the dollar store for $4 or $5.
Yeah, they're really cheap. Like I got that for like $3 at the dollar store, so you know it's really cheap. And yeah, because obviously there's the expensive ring lights, but this is the $1 store one. I just saw it and right away I was thinking, oh, that'd be a perfect bench. And it just worked
Border
out
State
perfect.
Shacks has an awesome idea. I should do a green wash on the copper part.
Ooh, that would look good because then it looks like it's really weathered.
Thanks for the idea. No, I'm totally doing that. Now it's got to have like
you got to
that ship's got to have an avatar. It's going to be an awesome looking ship. Now it's going to need like a pilot or something. So I'll have to create one.
Man, I love this community. We all help each other out with ideas. But yeah, this thing came out really good. I love the color choice that you went with as well. I know Brian's gonna love that. The blue and the orange.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna definitely love that. So that's Outer Multiverse for those who didn't remember. But yeah, that's he's gonna love that for sure. And what's this awesome thing you're working on here? And it's funny that you mentioned this thing to me because when I saw this, I'm like, holy shit, that's exactly one of the things that I want to do for my city as well. So what is this?
So end game is going to be I want to actually have do like kind of a big loop around the top of my city or galaxy or a big circle. But I want to actually down the road have like a running monorail so you can put all the people in it and it just kind of perpetually runs. So when I turn the power on. So when I turn the power on for my big galaxy, then the train will start. So this actually has like these cars and the guide wheels, and then I've seen a guy convert one. He took an old electric train set, and
is that what he? Oh wow, that's awesome.
So that's what he used for the mechanisms, and he had it hanging up like a real monorail, like hanging down from his ceiling. And he just had.
I was gonna make mine out of cardboard because I saw this guy who made a miniature version of one in cardboard. And he just used one of those toy little 4-volt battery train set things. Same thing. And he just attached it to the top and then he just made a rail and it was going around his little miniature city. But that's a great idea.
Yeah. So I haven't really cleaned these prints up too much yet. And I want to change the interior around a bit. Like I want to do something. I do want to have the grab bars. You know how you get on the bus or the subway.
Yeah.
I do want to have those grab bars, but I want to kind of change it up a little bit. And that
you should make a little section. I was about to ask you that too. That the door slides open, but you should also put in there those little things, like little things at the top of the roof inside where they have the advertising.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome idea. I'll have to think of that when I'm painting them up. But so this thing and then for now, though, I think before because I do want to tear down a big part of my station sometime this year.
Yeah, I heard that in your video.
So for now, I've got the tracks done. So I'm going to put them just between 2 points with the monorail just kind of hanging there for now. But I am going to put like a station and so you could stop it and change it up if you want to. So you can have people getting on and off. Or my idea is to have maybe 2 set up on different areas to make
that'd be cool.
There's a big transit system sort of deal, but no, they're really spacious inside. So
what I was gonna do is just have one car and have it sitting at one of the stations, and so it just looks like it came into the station kind of thing. I wasn't gonna make because obviously I don't have the space like you to build a whole system. If I had a whole basement, I would actually consider doing something like that where I would actually build a working system, right?
Yeah, and for now, like I said, I'm just gonna put the track up and once I get it all painted and just kind of hang it up above kind of the city to make it look like they're, taking transit through the city, but they're kind of up in the air kind of thing. But kind of I don't know, cable car or something. But no, I'm stoked to get these finished. But I got a lot of lot of projects. I'm working on a huge one for lockdown right now. Like,
Oh man, speaking
massive
of
shit.
which, his thing is awesome. His whole city thing. I just can't
Oh,
believe
dude, like,
how much this guy gets done. He gets more
it keeps
done in a
going,
day.
too.
He gets more done in a day than I do in a whole year, man, which is insane. But
Yeah, I
so
know,
yeah,
dude.
then you
He's like,
have there's the interior of the monorail thing,
yeah.
which is
So
cool.
I'm ripping out the original bars, but it's got the two kind of bucket seats and then like a bench seat down one side of it. So
Right.
I'm gonna have dudes in there like standing around talking, reading the paper, like,
That's so cool, man. You're gonna get some really awesome shots. You can even put that in front of like a TV screen or something when you're taking pictures, so it looks like they're moving through like a city or something. That'd be cool. But yeah, this is
yeah.
awesome, man. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like once you have the whole rail system up and stuff. That's gonna look awesome.
You know what they'd be cool for it too if you want to make like a 1/18th Ninja Turtles uh like fortress or something. Like, remember when they lived in the subway
Oh
cars in the
yeah,
second movie?
that'd be
Kind of
cool.
reminds me of that. So you could do them up
That
like each one of their bedrooms or whatever like
that
that.
would
You could
totally
have
work, man. A modernized version of
different
that.
theme for like every one. So
I'd
yeah, I
like
thought
that.
about that
That'd be
too.
cool. That would be awesome. Just so you guys know, if you're a world builder, you can join us in the conversation. We're gonna be getting to the world building part soon. So if you guys want to join us, there's a link in both of my Instagram bios where you can join the live stream if you so choose. If not, we're happy with you guys staying in the chat. That works too. Or watching the replay. We appreciate you too. But the one thing I really hope you can do, whether you're watching the replay or you're here right now, click that like button. It helps the channel. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to reach more people. I can only do that with your help. Thank you.
If you're already
so, yeah,
subscribed, tell
Yeah,
someone else.
subscribe too. And yeah, or tell someone else to do it if they haven't done it, those stinking idiots. Because like 50% of you guys who watch my videos do not
Idiots.
subscribe. That's going to get them to
Exactly.
subscribe, calling them idiots, right?
Yeah,
But
there you go.
so I see you working on this bad boy. It's actually coming along really nice, especially now that it's all painted that one uniform color. It really ties
yeah.
everything together. And I can't believe it, most of this is just off prints, which is just
Yeah,
crazy.
so everything with the thrusters and like the fins was like just printing mistakes that I just was like, I keep like, I have a big bin of them or whatever, so I just go through sometimes, and if I'm building a ship and like save so much time because it takes forever to freaking print anything.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but yeah,
And
no,
that's
it's a nice.
I haven't even printed yet on my printer yet, and I still want to get another one, but a filament one because I can't print right now because of the smell and being in such a small enclosed place. I have to get a proper ventilation system. I can't afford that right now, especially with Joe Fest coming. But
Yeah, no,
I want to get a filament printer, and I saw the one that's called the Cobra 2, and I want to get that one because I hear it's really good. So I saw it right now for pretty cheap, so I might get that. And then I can
right
pick
on,
your
Adrian.
brain.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah.
This looks awesome, though, man. I love it. Here's,
But no, I didn't
shot.
realize it's huge. It's like my biggest ship
It's
by
massive,
far.
man.
The Ebon Hawk was fucking huge, and then I like grabbed this thing, and I'm like, oh shit. So I just kind of set it up right front. That's in front of my movie theater. Usually there's like a DVD playing or something, but so yeah, I just was like, it just has to live here until I decide what the hell I'm doing with it.
Yeah, where are you gonna put that? Do you have any ideas?
Now we gotta add crew members. I want like a little tiny pet that the dog can fuck around with, and then I want like maybe like another like an R2 unit type droid because I got way more room. That's my avatar ship. So it's like,
okay. You're gonna have to draw that so we could see what the whole design looks like when it's not like cut in half. I'd like to see what the design of the ship would look like. That'd be cool. You should draw that.
And that's where I got my inspiration was those incredible cross section books.
Yeah, I have a couple of those too. I guess when I first saw that and you were talking about it, I'm like, holy shit, I got that book. And then when you're showing them in your video, I'm like, I got that one.
Oh yeah, dude, they haven't been out for ages, man.
I know, but they're awesome. I remember I used to love those as kids because they used to have similar books for other things like cars and stuff like that. I used to love those because I used to love being able to see the inner working of a vehicle. So I always was curious about that shit. But yeah, this is looking really cool. I love this TV screen. Is that just blue paint on there? for the
Yeah, that's
screen?
just blue paint. So I got this like really like kind of like a misty blue or something. I think it's called. It's just acrylic paint. Yeah, if
But
you
yeah,
get
it
it
looks
coated
good.
on there really nice, it looks like a. I should put little. I want to like put little transfers on, like numbers or whatever.
You should
Right,
put your logo
eventually.
on there.
I should
Put
actually. Yeah,
the
the one.
Radtoyz
Radtoyz.
Galaxy logo on there, because that would look good on the blue. Because it looks like the T-shirt I have. It's that color
Yeah,
blue
it's.
with your logo. It would look
Well, that's
good.
yeah. But
Definitely
so
do it.
that's my those and all the chairs in here like still move, like they turn back and forth like spaceman chairs. They're not
That's
static.
cool. Are those
So
so
I did like
everything in here is 3D printed, right? Like you printed all these
yeah, and
things.
actually Rebel that thing in the middle. So I did use some of Rebel Base Build's prints in here, like from
Right.
his cafe or whatever.
He
Yeah,
has a
like
lot of print
oh dude,
files.
it's so good. But yeah, he's
Like
got like it's the I think it's the like the chill room on the Mantis from
right.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Actually,
So
yeah, it
it's
does
like
look like it.
that's what it is. It's one of his prints, and that's like the hollow table or whatever. And then I've got the bucket seats are from that too. So
Nice.
or
'Cause, yeah,
from
he's
some
a
other.
really good 3D modeler, man. That's like cause I think he used to work in the video game industry too. Now he teaches
Oh,
and
dude,
stuff.
his good ideas too. And then yeah, somewhat all this stuff. 3D printing takes so long. I wish you could just print it like.
I know, like Star Trek. You just see what you want, it's done in like 2
Dude,
seconds.
that's what you haven't done that in Star Trek. I wonder if like an action figure collector on Star Trek would be like using part of his daily ration to like get like a
You know?
GI Joe figure or something.
I want the old school classic ones.
Yeah,
But here's another shot of the interior. So this is the kitchen area, right? The
and
dining
like I
area.
said, those yeah, the chairs still swivel, but that's I forget where I got those prints. They were free prints, but it's supposed to be like a pizza oven and like a grill, but I just kind of shrank them down a bit so they'd be like kind of like part of a micro, like almost like a camper.
I was about to say it
Like kind of
reminds me
smaller
of
kitchen.
Star Trek, like that whole the replicator thing where they make their food like tea, Earl Grey hot. I could picture that coming
yeah,
out
yeah.
right in that little opening there. That looks cool.
Yeah, no, on the opening, there's actually like a grill and like 4 burners for
Oh,
like a little
cool.
stove. And then there's yeah, so but then on top, those are just random greeblies that I use for like the pipes coming out of the top of them.
It works. It definitely works. This is coming along really nice, man. What figure is that? Who's that guy?
Oh, that's the Buzz. That's my Buzz Lightyear with like a Fortnite head on him, and then I put like a
Oh, okay.
mini gun with an ammo belt going to his backpack and stuff.
Maybe that's what it is. He just looks so different. Looks cool. So
Yeah,
there's,
so and
the
he's not even
sleeping area.
he's not even really done yet. I still got to weather him up and stuff, but yeah. And then the bunk beds. I thought it was an interesting print because all the cargo is stored under the beds.
Is that
Because if
stuff
you were
that's actually part of the print, or did you put
yeah, it's
boxes
part
in
of the
there?
print.
Oh,
No, it's part of the
cool. Okay, I thought you put boxes under there. I'm like, that's even
It's-
cooler.
And a confined spaceship, you'd always be tucking stuff everywhere. Using,
Yeah,
like, I
exactly.
do want to add some cargo nets with like some boxes and like personal
Yeah, that'd
crap.
be cool. Like in
Like around the bunk,
Mandalorian.
so- Yeah,
Mandalorian.
exactly. Man.
Yeah, that looks cool, man. And
Yeah, but, yeah,
that's
the head
all
on
we
this,
got
yeah,
there.
All right, rock and roll.
But yeah, that turned out really good, man. I really like that design of the
Yeah, like
colorway.
I said in my video when I did it, I was just like, I got to the point on it where now I can kind of like hack away at it here and there. I don't like solely focus on that. So I can move on to something else and
Right.
bounce back to that when I get bored or whatever I'm working on. So,
But yeah, that's cool. That it's coming along nice, man. Again, I'd really like to see what that ship would look like the whole entire outside of it, what it would look like, because it looks like it would be a pretty cool like freighter type ship, like a long.
if I found
narrow
the time,
freighter ship.
I could probably draw something. Yeah,
Do it. But oh my goodness,
Definitely.
we're just killing time right now. Let's just
I would have to think of windows and everything.
oh yeah, that'd be a lot of work. But we better get to our next segment because we don't want to be here forever, right? So let's jump right into this part. And now it's time for greeblies.
Greeblies! Oh, my precious! Oh, yes, anything can be a greebly!
The voice. But yeah, so I picked some stuff up that you guys didn't share. So please share your greeblies as opposed to having me going searching for this stuff, because it takes a lot of work to put these things together, and then finding the images and all that kind of stuff. It's just help me help you by sending me some pictures of greeblies that either you have used or you'd like to use or you have an idea of using for your project. So this one I took off of David Dunn's Instagram, so definitely go and check him out. He has some really awesome stuff. I love his droids, but he does amazing weathering work as well. But so he put together this droid using everyday parts, like the little sauce containers, those little O-ring rings or gasket rings, and he just put slapped all these things together. And then once you add the paint, that's when it really ties everything together. He used magnets as well, so that way you can attach the top to the bottom of it. It looks like a headphone headset part at the top of the head. And then once you paint it, well, here it is, all the parts put together, which looks really awesome, just like that. And then once he adds the paint, you get this. Like, how cool is that? Like, this is so awesome. Did an awesome job on that. Like, the feet themselves are actual, again, just regular greeblies, and he just put everything together. And it's really the paint job that really ties everything together, makes it look.
Well, he's got a really good eye for the design too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, check this out, man. Like, it's like all the parts he placed them perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like that would be an actual droid just based on this design. So yeah, really cool. So the head obviously rotates because it's a magnet part, so it can rotate around, which is really cool. And yeah, that's it. So that's he did an awesome job. So definitely go check out David Dunn's work. He has some really awesome ideas, and he always uses just everyday parts. And you can find these things around your house and put it together with his ideas. So if you never thought of putting something together like this is how you do it. Just check out his page and you'll have plenty of ideas. And here's another one who uses a lot of everyday parts, and she just mainly uses them raw. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just puts them down and then makes consoles and makes all kinds of awesome greeblies. So this is for her recycling center that she's working on right now. Like, look at that. That looks awesome. So she has like a screen at the back of it, and she's using like those little speaker wire.
Oh, the speaker clips.
Yeah, so she has those in there for the wires. She has little transistors from a motherboard or some kind of board, and she just put everything together and just slap some paint on that, and you got yourself a console. Like, look how cool that is. And again, with 1/18 scale, you can make some really awesome stuff. So I
love that figure too.
Yeah, that's a cool figure.
That's he's a great.
Is that Doc?
It's a cheaper toy line from Soldier Force or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like that kind of stuff. But no, he's a cool figure. I use him as like a crazy inventor in my world. So
well, I guess that's just he looks like he's doing that right here, man. He's probably the guy who put the console together.
It's sort of like a awesome. updated action version of like Albert Einstein.
Yeah, kind of doesn't look like him. But yeah, there's a closer look at it. So you can really see the speaker clip parts at the back there. But it just works perfectly. All the parts put together just works like awesome. She did a great job on that. And then I think they're on Java blocks. Yes, excellent work, Jerry. Excellent work. So definitely go and check her out, Jerry_904 on Instagram. She does all kinds of amazing posts with everyday stuff. So she's another one who uses a lot of regular parts of, from here and there and everywhere. So she did an awesome job. And then we have this guy. So if you're not following this guy, I don't know what's wrong with you, because this guy, like I was saying,
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, I was telling Rad backstage that this guy puts together some amazing stuff, and he does it so quickly. He's like a machine. He doesn't stop. And so here he is using maybe he is a droid or something. But here he is using flower pots, foam, those foam balls. I think you cut them in half to use as the top of the domes for some of these pots. He had some styrofoam to it as well. And then once you start adding the paint, that's when it really starts tying things together. Actually, he has an update today. If you go and check out his reel that he has today. So these are all the screen grabs from his reels that he posts. And right now he has this painted. So there's actual color and stuff like that to match the backgrounds, like the blue and stuff in the background. He did this in the span of what, 3 days? He finished all this stuff.
You watch. He's
crazy.
got all this done now. When he gets this done, he's gonna build stairs down to the ground of his.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
He's
wouldn't be
gonna
surprised.
keep going. It's gonna be insane.
It's gonna lead right into his house. It's gonna lead to his station into the
It's like
garage.
one massive crazy city.
Like that's crazy when you think about it, eh? Like he built that massive station, so Nassau Station. He still has that in his garage. And when was the last time you saw a picture from Nassau Station? It's been ages because he's been building this thing, man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
well this is like the New York City of world building. Like it's just
yeah,
massive.
for sure,
I'm like, oh
for
my
sure.
God.
And if you look at some of his pictures and his posts, like right now he has a picture post of his arena where it's filled with stormtroopers, and he has
Oh yeah.
what's that
I see
Wookiee name from Boba Fett, the Boba Fett
Black
show?
Chrysanthemum.
Yeah,
Black-
he has
Black
him
Chrysanthemum.
fighting. Yeah, he has him fighting in the arena. I'm like, holy cow, dude. But yeah, this guy's stuff is awesome. Definitely go and check him out. Lockdown Productions, Nassau. Go and check him out. Awesome stuff there. And then this guy, he doesn't know that I found his little greebly thing that he put together. So he took one of those little plastic containers and he threw it together to make one of those face hugger containers like in Aliens, where they're actually investigating the colony, and there's the face huggers inside those containers.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he made his own version of it. So he uses those little plastic containers. Could be like a pill bottle if you have that. And then those little lights you can find in, like, I think you can find them in ornaments. You can even just buy them like that. I know AliExpress sells stuff like that, and it's like, I think it works on a 3-volt battery. And
Oh, okay.
he just threw everything together, and there it is, lit up, man. That looks amazing.
That does look
Awesome
really
job.
cool.
So yeah, go and check his stuff out too. He has some pretty awesome stuff. His naval yard is insane. He was actually on one of the WMC episodes, and the stuff that he was showing off, like that big massive freighter that he's building, that was
Oh,
nuts.
yeah, more
He
than
has
one.
cranes. He has cranes and stuff. Like,
Oh.
oh man, it's
I
awesome.
love his
So, yeah.
lore too, because he says the lore is you go into like a cavern and like all these ship docks are like set up, but
Yeah.
the ships are huge. Like we're talking,
I know they're
like,
massive.
alien scale or like Starship
Yeah.
Troopers, like gigantic transport.
So I think he was using like
ship.
big like containers, right? Like shipping
yeah,
containers.
from,
He was
like,
using
the
those
dollar
for
store, like those
yeah, and he was using those
there's,
as like
and
parts of the
recycling
ship.
bins.
Yeah, like it was insane how massive these ships were. So really cool. Definitely check out one of the. I can't remember which number of the WMC it is. Either way, there's a whole
Oh,
bunch of
don't
stuff
ask
you
me,
can
man.
watch.
Don't ask.
There's a whole
I
bunch
won't.
of WMC episodes you can go and binge watch anyways. So
It's
yeah,
labeled.
definitely go and check that out. So New Brooklyn Naval Yard. Go and check him out on Instagram. He has some really awesome designs. If you can find that WMC episode and you know the number, put it in the comments if you're watching this on the replay. But so yeah, he did an awesome job with this. So this obviously is 1/18 scale, so that looks like it's the Radtoyz face hugger. So definitely look at this stuff. I
Yeah,
might actually have to
definitely
borrow
go.
this idea.
Yeah, definitely go shoot him a follow for sure.
And here's my thing. So that thing you were asking about earlier in the show, you're like, "What's that silver thing in the middle?"
Oh,
That-
whatever do you mean, sir? I don't
What-
remember that at
What
all.
that is a toilet paper dispenser. So you actually put the toilet, you load it in
Oh.
from the top, and then where that opening is, you just pull the toilet paper out, then the other one drops down. And then the other one drops down. So I think you can fit like 3 or
What?
four toilet paper rolls.
What's
end
the
to
point
end.
of that? So people don't see
So
that.
no,
What's
you
the
know how
point
some
of it?
people,
So people don't
so
see
that
it.
way you don't have to go
That's-
under your cupboard looking for toilet paper, or you can put that like right beside the toilet seat. And if you run out of paper, you can just grab it from right there, right? So that I don't
That's
know.
pretty fancy,
I don't
man.
use it. I don't use it for that. I saw it. I bought it, so I've been using it.
An
for
awesome,
this.
sen-
So I'm using it for an
an
elevator.
awesome central tower.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's good.
But so yeah, here it is. And then to light it, all I did is I just put one of those lights on the top of it because there's a little hole in the top. So this top dome part comes off. So that's where you put the
Oh,
toilet paper rolls. You slide them down in there, and where that Flash
that's
Gordon's
interesting.
standing, you pull out the
Yeah.
toilet paper from there. So yeah, that's
Oh,
it
Flash
turned out
better
pretty
look out
good.
or he's gonna be crushed.
I know.
He'll be
He's gonna get
crushed by
crushed by
shit.
toilet paper. TP'd. He got
Uh,
TP'd. But so here it is with some shots with it in the background, just to give you guys an idea of scale and stuff like that. But yeah, that turned out to be pretty cool. And then we got
Love it.
Starboy Station. He didn't know that I got this stuff, but go and check him out as well. He's building this awesome tiki bar out of Jenga blocks. Like, this is so freaking awesome. I'm gonna steal this idea.
I love it.
Like,
Yeah, I
want
saw
this
that
idea.
too. I was,
And he has updated pictures now where he has the dome on top of it and everything. So definitely go and check him
yeah,
out
I
so you
like
can
how
see
he's
this
left.
project.
I like how
You
he
just got
left
one?
that wire to look kind of like look like you could hang lights on it or something.
Yeah,
That's really cool. The roof.
I love this thing, man. It just turned out so
That is
awesome.
you,
It's just a
Joe. That is you.
simple design. Yep, that's you, man. You did an awesome job, man.
It's
Love
just like it just screams tiki bar to me. Like right
I know,
away
right
before
when
it
you
has a
look
roof
at
or
it,
anything on it.
right when you look at it, it looks like a tiki bar. Like, right away, you can't
How
help but
many
think
ba-
that's
how
a
many-
tiki bar. Tiki
How many
Starboy.
backyard parties have you been to
I know,
with those in
right?
it?
Tiki Starboy. So yeah, here's a front end look at that. But yeah, you did an awesome job on that, man. Awesome stuff. So yeah, that's those are our greeblies for this week, and I think we're finally at the point where we're gonna get to the meat of the show, and we're what at the top of the hour already. So we're gonna kind of fly
Yeah,
through this
yes.
kind of stuff because most of you guys already know about world building, anyways. So did anybody show up? No, nobody showed up. So that's cool. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some world building and how, at least how I got into it. Rad, you can tell me about some of the stuff that you got into. So for me, how I initially started out in this is with my character bio. So initially, I was just posting pictures on Instagram, like, oh, these are some cool customs that I made, and that's how I would describe them, right? But then as I was making these characters in my head, I was creating lore for the characters I was making. I'm like, well, why don't I tell a story with these characters? So I started building up a repertoire of custom figures and giving them backstories. And the way that they all tie into one another is my station that I'm now working on, Edgepoint Station. So initially, the whole concept came from a Star Wars story that I was going to do with like other characters, and it was going to take place right after the second season of The Mandalorian. So right where it ended, it was going to start off with that show. So I was going to start off with Cara Dune and the Rangers of the New Republic. Those are actually was how I was gonna start the story. So that's still the main story, but now because I'm working on my Edgepoint Station, I'm gonna start the storyline from there. So stay tuned for more details on Edgepoint Station and the backstory for that as well. So a lot of these characters tie into the station.
Cool.
This is the Edgepoint Station, the Edgepoint Gate Guardians, so Egg. So they're the Egg team. So these
The
guys,
egg team.
yeah. So EGG, so Egg. So these
Egg.
guys are my Stargate team. So like, you know, Stargate show, they used to send a team to the gate to investigate stuff or to explore. That's what these guys do. So any like distress signals or any like new galaxy or part of the universe they want to go and explore that they have access to, they'll go to there. Not only different parts of the universe, but also different dimensions. Because if you watch, what was it? I can't remember which movie it was. I think it was. Oh man, was it the new Thunderbolt movie? I can't remember which one it was, but there was they were talking about different dimensions and how each dimension has a different frequency. So with my station, which is actually a massive wormhole gate, if they get the right frequency, they can connect to those different dimensions, or if they have the right coordinates, they can connect to those different parts of the universe and stuff like that. So that's where Titans of the Universe comes in, and how everyone who is in the toy community can be a part of that Titans of the Universe tournament, which is a fight tournament, The reason why everyone could be in it, even though they're all in different parts of the universe or they have their own galaxies, is that my station can connect to all those galaxies. As long as we know the coordinates or we know the frequency, we can connect there and we can shuttle you over. So that's why the slogan for Edge Point Station is like the gateway to the universe. So you can connect to the universe, go and travel everywhere. So people like Tony Stark lives here on my station, Nebula lives on my station, and they actually have their own shop. Nebula goes through the gate to go explore different parts of the universe to find weapons and stuff that they sell in their shop and stuff like that. So that's how, just because I like so many different toy lines and so many different story arcs that I'm like, I want to connect them all together. So this is how I decided to do that by
Wow.
having a wormhole gateway. So
And you can also come up with an awesome slogan like "Nobody cracks these eggs."
yeah, exactly. Get cracking. Oh my goodness.
And they're all sitting around there smoking a big joint. They're like, "We're
Yeah,
fried
exactly.
eggs."
I love it, man. So yeah, so every good guy team. So I have these are my good guy teams. So every good guy has to have a nemesis. So we have our arch enemy. So this is Dira the Hutt. She runs the underworld in my station. So all the illegal stuff. So she initially started the fight tournament, which was initially called Titans of the Galaxy, because it was only a part of the galaxy. That was before they knew that the station itself was a gateway that can connect to the universe. So initially it was only called Titans of the Galaxy. So it was a fight from within the Star Wars galaxy. And then all those people would fight and stuff like that in that tournament. But that was an illegal tournament because of the fact that people were getting killed. So, but then when the people in the station connected to the universe, they decided to open up that tournament and make it for the entire universe. So the way that she made that happen was once the gateway started working, she paid off the admins there to allow the tournament to go first unnoticed, but then once it got found out and they found out how much money was being made, they allowed it so that they can collect some, they can tax some of that and get some of the money. So yeah, if you're interested in joining the Titans of the Universe tournament, it's happening July 9th is when the tournament itself is actually going to be starting. So you have until July 2nd, so that's our first episode in July, to come up with your characters. Anything that's coming up in the next few weeks, the next few episodes of Whip Wednesday Live, I'll start bringing back the intro videos for some of the Titans that I've already received. I had stopped for a while because of the fact that I've been working on my book. Now that I made quite a bit of headway on that, I'm starting to go back to some of my projects. And the main one I'm going to be focusing on right now is the Titans of the Universe. So as of next week, you're going to start seeing videos again. I might be doing 2, maybe 3 at a time. And we'll start showcasing those in every episode of Whip Wednesday Live until we get back from Joe Fest and then the tournament begins. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, if you want to make a character, go and check out the playlist for Titans of the Universe on my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see what's required. Do all that stuff, send that stuff in, and you're good to go. Bob's your uncle. So here's more pictures of her crew. So again, there's backstories for all these characters.
You did ever notice pirates?
What's that?
Pirates.
Oh,
you never noticed anything?
I didn't notice that he was on there because it's on the side. So I'm blind, so I can do. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's up?
So we have our first little guest join us. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Outer Multiverse. You can check out Into the Toy Box every Sunday, 7 p.m. Awesome show. I do love that.
Thank you.
The last one was really good, even though I hate acid rain. Not hate. That's a strong word. Even though I'm not a big collector of acid rain like you guys are. Although I'm starting to get into it, but I hope that I don't get too into it. It's just too pricey.
I definitely did it. I mean, you can definitely buy some 2 to 3 figures more at the same price that you can acid rain. I get it.
Hey, it's not a bad thing if that's what the way that toys are. Is whatever you love, you buy it. That's how I see it. That's how it should be. No matter the scale, no matter how childish or adult it is, buy it. If you like it, buy it. That's what I say. I just know it's not. I can't afford that all the time. I wish I could, but I just can't. I have a very, very limited budget. But so yeah, this is my. So here's my erasers. So this WMC this week is the finale, right? The final race is this
Yeah,
week,
man,
right?
you made it. You made
So
it
I made it to
through.
the finale. So these are my pilots and co-pilot. So those are the drivers for my speeder. Even though my speeder video is still not out yet, but that hopefully is coming out soon. But these are the pilots for that vehicle. And we saw this earlier. And one of the other things I do for the world building is my magazine, Thirsty Thrusters. So I wanted to make it so that every month I'd come up with a new cover, but that's just I couldn't maintain that. So I just whenever I can I'll post a cover for that magazine. So yeah, that's my world building. Here's the Edge Point Station logo, the gateway to the galaxy, and then obviously we saw pictures of the station. So these are just little quick setups that I did for today's show, just so you guys can get an idea of where I'm going with this stuff. So the table itself is going to be more like a mock-up. Whenever I want to do photography, I'll put the stuff that I want to showcase on there. So this is going to be kind of like the tarmac, where they offload passengers and stuff like that, and like cargo get offloaded underneath the table, but passengers and stuff load up here. So that way it can accommodate larger ships and smaller ships. And then we saw the promenade. I just added more figures. You could see the picture things at the top of there. They're gonna actually fit in within an enclosure once I get going. Right now, it's just mainly planning out where I'm gonna hide wiring and all that kind of stuff.
That light up tree is awesome.
Yes, everyone that saw that so far loves that idea. So please, if you like it and you want to do it, it's very simple. A Dollar Tree light with a Dollar Tree tree. And there you go. You got your promenade, your centerpiece. And it turned out pretty good. So here's some shots of it on the right there. And then this is the hotel I'm working on. So I just got some styrofoam parts that would fit perfectly into that section there. Actually, I just gotta kind of cut the edges off a little bit so that I can get that little window section. I'm gonna add magnets so I can take the front off and on for photography and stuff like that. And then, so my world building not only ties into toys, but video games as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
XCOM 2, I've been making certain teams. So some of these are real people that I know. Some like in my everyday life, and then people that I've met online. So in the picture on the right, in the back there, on the very far right, that's Lord of Thane. And then in the back there, that's Outer Multiverse back there. So it's funny that you joined. It's funny that you joined and you're on in the picture. And then the two girls at the front, those are like my friends Carrie and Natalie.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
then I have my other team on the left there. But yeah, world building can be anything. It could be storytelling. It could be photography. It could be building a station. It could just be diorama stuff. However you want to build your world, because in your head you have your own canon. You have your own storyline. And so here's Rad's awesome galaxy. Now, Rad, I do apologize. Some of the pictures, they didn't format well. Like the taller ones. They kind of got squishy, so I tried to fit them in as best I could. But this is awesome, how massive this is. And it's like, this is just one wall. Part of one wall. It's insane. So
yeah, part of one wall.
Is this the part that you're going to take down? Is this what you're going to take down? Because you were saying in your video you're going to take down...
So...
You're going to take down part of it.
Is that your room, Red?
This is his
What's
basement.
Is that your room?
Yeah.
This is his, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right? And that's just one wall, dude. That's one wall. His whole basement is an entire diorama, which is insane.
That's probably about 8 to 10 feet.
Yeah,
an 8 to 10 foot section there, and it probably
it juts out like what,
40
about
or 50
2 to
feet?
3 feet, and it probably juts out 3 feet. At least. Yeah,
in
3
parts,
to 4
man,
feet.
like
Like, how long did it take you to get to this point?
But this is just like
how long did it take you to get here?
The core downtown.
Are you hearing me? Hello?
There, I'm back.
I was asking, how long did it take you to get to this point? He's not.
Oh, dude, I've been doing this for years, but probably,
okay.
I don't know. God, this point, this is probably like a good solid 5-year project. Like,
wow,
from when it was like back at the wall where it was just kind of a shelf, like set up with like a little station rooms or something in it. So
Wow.
yeah, it's come.
You've come a long
super
way,
long
man.
way.
So like,
I know this is just one section.
so do you have a lore for this galaxy, right? So it's an entire galaxy, right?
Yeah, like I've talked about it before, where it's kind of like where Ahsoka was in the world between worlds. She kind of like messed everything up, and it brought all the Star Wars titles into like one plane of existence together, kind of thing.
Nice. So
So
she's
that
it's like
gives me
the
excuse to
Marvel
use it.
universe where all the different branches collapse into one. That's cool.
Well, and it gives me a good reason to combine all my figures together without worrying about what eras everything is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. This is awesome, man.
But yeah, these are just my updated hanger. Like I've got some stuff to add and things I want to take away. Printing a bunch more A-wings so I can have like a little like A-wing kind of fleet
Squadron.
or whatever. So
Nice.
squadron, yeah, that's what they're called.
It is really like within the past year and a year and a half, I guess. It has
Ooh.
grown tremendously.
Yeah, like it's huge now. Like
There's so much.
Well now I'm I'm like trying to implement like all the good ideas I got from a lot of people in the community, and it's like, where else do you go? You either go start hanging stuff from the ceiling, or you got to make it deep. So guess we're making it deep.
Unfortunately, my problem is I just don't have that kind of space anymore. Like I'm so glad I didn't actually start my station when I had the basement, because I would have to take
Oh, could you imagine, man?
I would have to take that whole thing down and start all over again. And I actually probably have to throw out a bunch of stuff, because I definitely wouldn't have had the space in here to do what I was planning on doing in the basement at my other place. So yeah, that's insane. But this is awesome though. I remember when I went there in person, like you really don't understand how tremendous this is until you're there in person. I was there in person, and I apologize again for knocking over those stormtroopers, but this is insane. So yeah, I did knock over quite a bit, but yeah, I was in awe when I saw this in person. Like even when I was doing my video of this stuff, it just really couldn't compare to what you saw in person, because like you can actually see how deep it goes. You can see all the little details like the camera doesn't necessarily catch. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I'd love to do something on this level. And it just turned out really cool. Like that Ewok village, oh my gosh. It turned out so awesome. I love the greeblies that you use.
It's been there probably the longest of that section. It's probably the only section that hasn't been totally changed at some point or another.
But you're not really planning on changing it though, because to me it's perfect. You don't need to change anything.
No, because I put it. That's like all deadfall and stuff. So I put all those up and like made platforms. So if I tried to ever move that, it would just be a fucking nightmare. I know it would be, just because of the way it's built. It was just added on.
You never have to move, man. I hope you never have to move.
Yeah,
that would suck.
I don't plan on it. I wouldn't have went this deep if I was not ever moving, but.
True.
Yeah, I don't plan on it, but you never know, man. You never know.
But yeah, that's awesome. And I love how too you also have the display diorama on the back, like the screen with the trees and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, those are great, man. Those Amazon, they're just photo backdrops from Amazon.
Like how big is that? Because it looks like it covers a lot of the wall.
You can get them 10 by 6, 7 by 5. Like you can get like all sorts of sizes of them. Yeah, it's pretty much behind my entire.
You have that too, Brian, you said?
No, I was gonna say I thought that was actually a window out of Rad's basement at one time because it had all this green, like horse looking stuff, and I'm like, is that what
I can see that?
Like?
Yeah, that is what Canada looks like though. In the summertime when it's not on fire, yeah, it doesn't look like that.
When it's not on fire.
It's really, really cool though. I love all these little sections here. They're all like, you would think they were all kind of like in the same spot, but no, they're all in different parts of his basement. That's how big this thing really is. It's in different sections, and this is just one scale. He also has other scales, like his G.I. Joe Classified diorama that he has going on. Then he also has one for his Marvel Legends. And at one point you had one for your Transformers too, right? Is that still up, or did you take that down?
Which one?
The Transformers one, yeah.
Oh no, it's still there, man. still there.
So,
But yeah, the Jedi Temple, that's probably one of my latest full creations. But yeah, I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Except if you see everyone, I totally forgot about that. I took the picture. My son likes to come down and take the one Jedi instructor and he'll throw him on the ground and make all the little kids stabbing him. Like all the students or whatever, like beating him up. And that's what's going on down in the like kind of bottom left-hand side of the screen there. The kids are all gathered around.
Oh shit! Yeah, man. They're beating on the guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's some wickedness, man.
That's awesome. Turned on their master. I was like, "What are you doing?"
And this is where I knocked down some of his figures. So look how many storm. And I felt so bad because I know how hard it is to set up like just one figure. So imagine setting up all of those, and someone comes and knocks them over. It's like, oh, you asshole. He was really nice about it, but I know. I know the first time I meet him and I'm knocking down his toys and shit. It's like I'm surprised he invited me over ever again.
I wasn't super mad. It actually allowed me to like kind of
because you had said too that you at least now I can reorder it because I wasn't planning on it until you knocked them over. So now I'm gonna kind of change things up. So I helped you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I'll tell myself. I helped you, man. I helped you build your world. So yeah, as you can see, world building can take many forms, and this is just one of the many. And there's the granddaddy Empire Toy Works who started things out. At least that's the first person I recognized doing this kind of stuff. And then that led me into a rabbit hole. But there's so many different styles. Like even Brian, you do a very different format as well because you don't, like me, you're very limited with space. So you mainly focus on your world building with photography, and where you can kind of play around with your displays, add your figures here and there, and tell your stories that way, which I find is really cool. It's too bad we didn't know you were coming on. Also, we could have popped some pictures on there. But definitely go and check out outer_multiverse.
If anything, I can be an example of how bad it can actually get.
Yes, how not bad, but how deep you can go down that rabbit hole. It's never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to collect toys and display them. That's never a bad thing.
This is what it does to you people. The sickness gets a hold of you, and you just can't stop.
And that's why I'm single, because I never met a woman who's like you guys' wives who accept your hobby. All of mine's like, you play with toys? I'm like, yeah. See you later, man. So you're out.
I guess. When I started, I was seeing everybody's stuff, and I was like, "That looks cool. I'd like to do that too." And so, I really didn't know where to start, and so I just basically bought like some canvas, like those little pieces of canvas that like kids paint on and stuff that you can like hang on the wall or something like that. Just a little, small thing.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, I'll just make a scene, and it kind of just grew from there. Being around, everybody and seeing what all they were doing and how they were building their worlds and stuff. Because I just had like I said, just basically just small little squares that I painted different colors, and I had a little small area, and I had a lot of accessories that I'd purchased. And so I just move stuff around all the time. And so it has grown from there. It has grown.
So that's the thing too. If anyone is just starting out, like, oh, I can't do that. Remember, Rad took him years to get to this point. And like you were saying, Brian, when you're starting out, when you look at that, like somebody like what Rad's done, or like Empire Toy Works, or like even stuff like Zilla has, like you see those and they all look amazing, but at the same time you're overwhelmed. You're like, oh, I can't do all that, man. I don't have the space. Two, I don't have the time. Three, it's like, how do I that's just too much. I can't do it. And because the thing is, when someone sees this, their initial thought is like they want to do it to the exact same extent. Whereas you don't start like that. You start very small and you grow to this, right? Like Rad was saying, he grew to this point.
Oh, in retro? No, now thinking of it, though, I was like, well, I started kind of world building when we moved into this house, and that was 12 years ago when we finally had a permanent place.
Wow.
12 or 14 years ago. And I just started with like little setups on shelves, and it just kind of like hey, if I put a table in front of this shelf, I could put a whole battle out front here, and then it just kind of went from there.
Yeah,
But the big thing that
and
inspired
now
me was
look.
those old '80s. Oh, those old '80s toy commercials. I always think about them where they had like the
Yeah,
closet set up.
that and those old
They're like
old toy catalogs.
oh
Where
yeah,
they
yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. Is like the Sears catalog, or the for us Canadians consumers distributing catalog, where they had all those figures and stuff. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Because this looks
Oh,
like
we got
this.
Sears.
Your setup right now looks like what you would see in a toy store, where they have the display and they're also showing off all the toys. Like, oh, I want
And
that,
it's all
and I want
glass,
that.
all glassed in, so nobody can touch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want that. And the kid's face is like right up against the glass, like all smudging the glass and shit, like just breathing heavy, looking at the toys. I totally picture that happening with that. But this is like almost like a museum, but it's just so cool, right? And then there's like people who take it to the even further, like Empire Toy Works. He really took it to the next level with like going as far as painting his walls and everything. And then also that
All
he
the
does
room,
the
yeah.
custom work. Like he has all like a massive room where, and obviously too with his business as well, he's able to fund, the project and build it to the scale that he's built it at. He's another one where it took him years to get to where he is.
Oh,
But definitely go and check out Empire Toy Works. His is another great page as well. So
Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife
awesome
would
I
kick
stuff.
my
see.
ass.
Yeah. So
what's that, Brian?
I said my wife would kick my ass if I tried to paint my wall
That's why I don't have a
brown, like
wife.
but
Halloween brown. I can, one side, no.
You wouldn't want none of that.
but yeah, you
So
can go
here's
check.
here's a closer
Yeah, you
look
can
at
go.
these stormtroopers. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, Mudhorn Station here. Yeah. if you want,
Yes, he's
just
off to a
starting his-
great start too,
Oh.
man. He's off to a great
Yeah,
start.
definitely.
Definitely go and check him out. I love
Yeah,
I love what he's done so far with that, like the benches, and like I think he used was it the cantina, the what's the name of that planet on the Mandalorian? There's that place set right now that Star Wars has where the cantina thing, not the Tatooine one, but the other one.
Oh, I know
Whatever.
the one you're talking about.
The planet
forget what
where
planet.
Grease cargo, whatever his name is, where he's
Grief.
from. Grief.
Grief
Yeah.
Cargo.
Rest in peace,
Not the-
Carl Weathers.
Yeah,
Navarro.
Navarro.
Force
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah. I think he used some of that to build some of what he started out with. So again, it doesn't take much. All it takes is an idea. And that's one of the things about why I kind of wanted to do today's episode. I know we're like well into an hour. I wasn't expecting to be this late into it, but I'm having so much fun talking about this stuff because there's so a wealth of information to learn about this stuff, and then learning from different people's perspectives and how they've approached it. Like Brian was saying, I just started out with the colored square here and there with a few greeblies that I added in here and there. And like for me, I started out with just telling, background stories for the pictures of the characters that I created. And then from there, now it's grown into me actually starting work on a station. So you start off with just one step, and then it leads from there. And then and the more you get into it, because everyone, when they take pictures or they put their figure up on the shelf, in their head they have a whole scenario happening. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this stormtrooper, I just bought him, but yeah, he's blasting away on these rebels and stuff like that. That's all going on in your head. Whereas now we have the media where we can actually post our ideas and our thoughts onto the screen. So like this, like what we're looking at right now, you have a whole Imperial network of stormtroopers getting ready to go to battle, which is just amazing stuff to see. Yes, exactly. This guy's been at it for a while, but hey, that's all it takes. It's just the first step, and then you get to this.
Joel was planning on world building when he was before he came out into the world.
He was in his mother's belly, already planning a world that he was going to build himself.
Yeah.
So here's your Mandalorian
Fair
setup,
enough.
right? Or is this a bar? Oh, this is
No. So this
Mandalorians.
is like, that's
These are
like
Mandalorians.
the Jackster Mareel or whatever. He's the guy holding the dark saber. So he's like the leader, and they're trying to take over Nar Shaddaa from the Hutts. So obviously there's a big gang war going on between the Mandalorians.
Nice.
Because in my lore, their new home on Duxon was destroyed by the Sith Empire. So
Oh, okay.
now they're taking over Nar Shaddaa. So there's a mix of characters in here. There's kind of his Mandalorian queen or whatever is the Padme with the custom Mandalorian helmet. And then I got the little kid Boba Fett is on the other side of him.
Oh shit, yeah. That's cool, man.
So yeah, that's a Padme figure, and then I just put I think it was a Sabine Red, like cheapy figure, so I cut her head off and put it on that one. So
Oh, okay.
then just painted it white and purple for her helmet. So
Nice.
a couple Shriek Hawks in there.
Those look badass.
Oh yes.
Now this looks like it's
So
real,
this-
like toys, but it's not. He's like me with XCOM 2, but he took it a step further. So what do we got here with your world?
But yeah, so and it doesn't. Even if you got like a kind of like a 10-year-old or 7-year-old computer or laptop, you can run XCOM too. It's pretty. It doesn't take a lot to run. But anyway, so I'm running all the Star Wars mods. So I've replaced the normal villains with the Empire and just added tons of like customization. So it's supposed to be like a kind of futuristic military game, but I've turned it into a Star Wars game with mods. But yeah, I've got my Jedi and like I've even got a Predator there in the middle.
Oh shit!
Besides
Yeah,
the Wookiee.
Nice. I just noticed that. I just noticed
that's
that
a
now you
feather.
pointed it out, man. So yeah, these are not action figures. This is from a video game. So as
I
you can
wish
see,
they were.
I
I'd
know
buy the shit out of them.
well, I actually have a bunch of these Predators. I might have to make a custom like that, man. Yeah, I think I might have to do that.
Yeah, man. No, it's really
I have
cool.
the picture now, so I have a reference. So that's cool. But yeah, here's some
Wookiees,
shots of
Twi'lek,
within the
so-
city. So the mods even change the background. So like for example, the cities that you go into, this is all mods.
No,
Well,
the
obviously.
cities will. You download another map pack, and it like gives you more maps that are more like there's like ones that are
Oh.
like battlefields and like crashed airplanes and crap like that. Like,
I
it's
just
pretty
realized
cool.
these are actually toys.
I was
Oh, these are toys. Yeah.
These are actually toys. I'm like, wow, this game's graphics are awesome. It's the toys. I just
No,
noticed
these are
because the edge of the screen's like, oh wait, that's the back of a toy.
Plastic, yeah.
Well, yeah, it looks really cool stuff though, man. This is really nice, man. Where's this? I don't remember seeing this in your basement.
I think I built it after the last time you were here, but this is why I have a Tatooine street that's right in front of my setup. So it's at the very
yeah,
bottom.
this is
but
this
I
is
gotta, I gotta
new.
move it or I gotta move it or do something. But that building I just made out of foam core. Everything's styrofoam. This is actually all these buildings predate me having a 3D printer. So yeah,
Oh,
this is
okay.
all foam. This is
Well,
all,
they,
yeah.
they look pretty damn good.
I know they look awesome. The weathering's really good on them as well, man.
Actually, if
this-
you go way back on my channel, I have a video where I build all of those things. And like
And this
it's a kind of a
these
tutorial.
guys look cool.
Oh yeah, so this is my former stormtroopers turned mercs for hire, and that's Dr. Afra. She's like talking to their boss, and that's just the 5 POA Luke Skywalker thing with one of those dumb helmets that came in the Boba Fett Deluxe pack.
He almost looks
So,
like with
and
those
then, I
colors,
think-
he kind of looks like Matt Tracker from Mask. Like with those colors, he kind of reminds you of Matt Tracker.
Oh, he does so. Yeah, he does.
Looks cool though. I like
Yeah,
it.
he does totally. And then yeah, that's just one of those big like soldier force brute bodies with a stormtrooper head, and then that's the Cobra Commander figure in the background with a stormtrooper on him, and yeah,
Very cool,
so,
man.
good times.
But yeah, that's essentially how we world build, man. You just grab whatever you like and then paint them however you want, and then create a whole backstory for them if you want to go as far as writing down the story. Or if you just want to keep the story in your head and only you get to visit that story, you do that, man. Whatever works for you. But one of the main things I've seen a lot of people doing, and it's happening every day, we keep getting new people on Instagram, is a lot of people creating their custom figures, snapping quick pictures, and you don't need any fancy cameras or any of that kind of stuff to do any of the world building. You don't even need a big basement full of stuff. If you do, more power to you. But if you're like some of us who have very limited space, use the space that you've got, but then create the story through your image. Just focus on where you want to tell the story and just take a shot. And why not have
It's
fun?
almost
with that?
like
What's that?
it's almost like getting back to your it's almost like getting back to your childhood roots where you'd like throw a brown blanket on the floor, and that was like
Yeah,
Tatooine or
exactly.
something.
Or
You're
a
out of
white
your
towel
sandbox
and
and
you
you
got
like
snow.
make little like
Exactly.
fort walls out in your sandbox with broken sticks, and you line them up
There you
like a
go.
wall and
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure.
A little
Well, what's
army.
his name's doing that now? Lockdown Productions. He's doing that right now. He builds those trenches with in his. He has like a massive sandbox that he built just so that he can create that world. So as you can see, it can go from like a little, just 2 action figures and a couple of pictures to a massive world like in Rads, or your entire backyard or front yard like Lockdown's doing, and build an entire city that way. So you could make it as big or as small as you want based on however much space you have or time you have, however you want to devote to it. Or you may not want to do any of that and you just want to write. But like, that's how I started. I just took a picture of my figure. It wasn't even like fancy pictures or action poses. It was just here's a figure, here's their story, and then that was it. That's how I started. Then of course I started diving into like posing them and all that kind of stuff and trying to tell a story through my pictures. And then now I'm actually trying to dive into even further where I'm using AI voicing and stuff like that to tell stories, like I've done with a few of the Titans of the Universe characters that I've received. Started telling stories through little snippets here and there, and I tell stories that way as well. So that's kind of like the direction I really wanted to do. Stop motion. That's where I really want to go. Then I realized how much work is involved with stop motion. So I may one day get to that point, but as it stands right now, I'm just going to mainly focus on taking pictures and building my station up that way, and we'll see where that leads me. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. Brian, man, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. I just want to jump in and say hey to you guys, and I'll let you guys get back to it. I gotta get more.
We're stopping here anyways. That's it. We've been over an hour, so we're cutting it here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for giving us some ideas on how you do that stuff, and we'll see you around, man. See you Sunday.
Yep. See ya.
All right, take care, brother. So yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's just about creating stories and however you want to go about it. And there's no right or wrong way. People will probably tell you, "Oh, you can't mix those figures with those figures," but hey, screw them, man. They're not your world. You do what you want to do. You do whatever makes you
Nobody
happy.
in this community would tell you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's,
I know you'll
some of
get
those
too many
other
scales,
scales. But anyways, let's get to that. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, we got one more thing to do.
Yes,
I
we
thought we
do.
were wrapping up. I was going to do my.
Before we do that, let's get to the giveaway. we got to do that giveaway because I ain't missing another episode of the giveaway. So hopefully you guys had enough time. This is your last opportunity. I'm going to give you guys another few seconds for those that are still here. I'm going to give you a few seconds to type in hashtag Amazon30, all in one word, all in lowercase. Go ahead and do that now as I set stuff up to, I guess share my screen.
Need some music or something. We did that the other day. We're like, you
I
need like
should have
music.
had
Well,
that.
put the hashtag.
What do I? Hey, how
Shouldn't have
do
to give them too long though. They've been here for over an hour.
I know. That's why I'm trying to find the window right now. Why is it?
Put it in, meow. We're done.
Right, meow. I can't find the tab. Oh, here we go. Let's share that, and we are sharing it.
We are gonna have a giveaway tonight.
All right, are you guys ready?
Time for the draw.
And here we go. We have 12 entries. Good luck to our 12 pirates. And here we go.
Right now.
And our winner is Eric Schultz. Thank you. You are our winner. So I'm going to ask you to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram, or actually, if you're still in the chat, let me know whereabouts you are. Like, not the details, but just what city you're in or whatever. And actually, the best way is just reach out to me via Instagram. So my _ Pirates of the Galaxy, all in one word. Or you can reach out to the Whip Wednesday Live Instagram. Just send me shoot me a message there. And then we'll get you that $30 gift card in your currency. Thank you all of you guys who participated. Thank you all for those who stuck around. Thank you to those that are watching the replay. We definitely appreciate you. And I need to stop sharing my screen. So hopefully you guys were able to see that. So that.
Oh yeah,
that's
so we
that.
definitely saw the whole world saw. The whole world saw.
So Eric Schultz, congratulations! I'm happy for you, man. So now, Rad, the table is yours. What do you want to update us on?
All right. So this Friday, World Makers Consortium this Friday, we're having the championship final race, whatever. So we'll give you the details. And yeah, just tune in Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then keep an eye on having a Joe Fest special coming up.
Ooh,
I won't give away who's going to be on it, but definitely Pirates and myself will be on
I was
it.
about to say, I hope I'm on it.
Yeah, we'll just take
I hope I don't get a snub again, like friggin'
Yeah,
Mozilla.
Pirates guy.
Yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the trip and all that goodness, man. It's gonna be awesome. And on that note,
Yeah, it'd be
folks,
great to see a whole bunch of people.
I know I can't wait to meet a lot of you guys in person. That's the part that I'm really, really excited for, and all the toys, of course. That's always a good thing as well. But thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for participating. Thank you all for sending me your greeblies. For those that did that, please send me your greeblies because we love showcasing those ideas on the show. It helps people out more than you know. And until next time, take care, pirates.